Oh, look at Vaughn's mess.
We've got a rare insight into his mess.
And he's got no defense. He can't defend himself.
Yeah. Mike's not plugged in yet, Vaughn. You fucking loser. Rob, now's your chance. Now you're no longer the least favourite Bazinga boy.
Bazinga boys are here to speak all of their thoughts on the Big Bang Theory. Rob has an opinion, Vaughn has an opinion, Pete probably has one too. But most of all, Rob has an opinion.
Now, you haven't even shut your fucking cupboard behind you. It's just like...
How you boys doing?
Better than you, clearly, dude.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. Hopefully I go into a dip of, like, delirium.
So Pete's hungover, I haven't slept, and Vaughn is sick. Is that what we're...
Yeah, but the cool
on
thing
it.
is I'm straight back on it. And
I'm drinking too.
We're
That
all-
really helps when you're when you're ill, isn't it?
This is
Just
good.
drinking?
Yep.
Yeah, Bazinga boys. I'm drinking Jacob Anus as a beer.
I don't know
Yeah.
what any of that
Rob's
means.
bringing the heat this week. Rob's got some zingers for us, doesn't he? He's going to pick up
Rob's
the slack.
editing the episode. Rob can do whatever he wants.
That's what you're going to start with? Okay.
not
Hey,
gonna start
I'm
with any of
Vaughn. I'm a fucking Bazinga boy.
I'm Rob, and I'm a Bazinga boy.
Hey everyone, I'm Pete, and I'm also a Bazinga boy.
And we are here because, as we mention each week, we hate ourselves, and for that reason, we want to watch every episode of The Big Bang Theory, the never-ending
that's
show.
a misrepresentation. I gave you the opportunity to talk about what we do each week this time, and you blew it straight away. We don't want to. Like, is there any part of you that wants to do this? Like,
I want to do this so we can talk. Like, I miss you, Vaughn.
You're that
You
lonely.
live in Sydney. We're in Perth, and if watching Big Bang Theory means I get to hang out with my
that's
friend
sweet.
who shits
sweet.
on me even though we're talking and I'm trying to be nice, but it's fine.
This
I'm
is
fine with that.
It's totally one of those would you rather games. It's kind of like, would you rather actually be spending quality time with each other, or would you rather watch an episode of Big Bang Theory to spend quality time with each other?
It's a really big, like, catch-22. It's like one of those sell your, like, soul to the devil things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're going to be the best at violin, but, like, your penis is inverted. That's
but you poop from your penis. Yeah, that old chestnut.
that old folk tale.
That cautionary tale.
Anyway,
Who says we don't have culture in this country?
so if anyone been listening to the show, I've got big news.
Lay it on us, Vaughn.
I won the Tinder game. So if anyone, thank you. Can you give me a fucking clap? I fucking. Okay, so if you haven't listened before, I got into a stupid competition because I seem to get myself into stupid competitions, seeing if I could get someone to big bang and chill with me off Tinder. And rather than, because usually I fuck around on Tinder, I was like, hey, why not fuck around some more? And I struggled. And these lovely young Bazinga boys here, they moved the goalposts for me. They're like, well, it doesn't have to be a girl. It can be a boy. It can be a 50-year-old man if you want it.
Well, let's not forget that this competition you set for yourself. This wasn't like you didn't just find this competition online and be like, oh, I'm going to get in on this.
What do you mean find this competition? What websites do you think exist? Like, here's a competition. Like, when I think of a competition website, I think of like, oh, win a cruise, not, hey, win a Bazinga date with a 50-year-old man. So, I struggled, and then I kind of moved to goalposts for myself, and I was like, fuck, I don't even want to win this anymore. I just want to see if I can find someone on Tinder to clean my clothes. Found someone, not on Tinder, but someone came and cleaned. That's actually a really annoying story. I'll tell that another time. So, after struggle, I went through the pain of not having clean clothes. I went through the pain of trying to make Big Bang Theory jokes and making people think I actually like Big Bang Theory. And all it took was just getting a flight to Brisbane. So it's just all it took. So all you have to do is I found a girl. I'm going to call her Krautmeister, I think.
Reichmaster?
Like, Krautmaster. Yeah, okay,
So
that's pretty good.
Instead of paying for sex, by paying for a flight, you paid for Bazinga.
Yeah, so it's it was like an national. No, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say an international flight. It was like one of the coolest and saddest things I've done in my life. So I went there and met her, and I was like, "Hey," and there was that sense in the air of like, you know why I'm really here. I'm here for some, like, you know what this is about.
I want you to lick my penis.
No, it wasn't about that.
Stepping it up. Rob's trying a new angle this week to try and get more fans
all
on board.
on you, Rob. You're gonna have to meet this girl one day. By the way,
next week he just has a sound effects board. And he
oh fuck. She just loves sauerkraut, so I was like, "You're Krautmeister."
Krautmeister's such a shit nickname, Vaughn.
So we actually, So I've been speaking to her ages, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna come visit you, but you have to watch Big Bang Theory with me." And she graciously accepted.
yeah, slip into something comfortable and open up that VLC player, baby, because I've got a USB drive chocked full of laughs.
Whoa! Who said laughs? Get out of here! Wait! Whoa! So it was actually a romantic evening. We got some a really high class Uber Eats gnocchi boys. Got some gnocchi delivered, but they didn't have garlic bread on the menu, so we made homemade garlic bread.
Oh,
had
that's
a
nice.
bottle of red. Had a little picnic on the bed. I've actually got a video of this. I'll send it to you guys sometime.
To us or the listeners.
I for you boys.
Gotta be careful. Like, people might be expecting a video. We have fans.
That sounds like the worst fucking video ever. It's like that fucking Gogglebox show. It's like, yay, I get to watch my friend watch Big Bang Theory while he has a picnic. Like, that's... Vaughn, I'm definitely not watching that shit if you fucking send it to me, man.
He'll be like, look how
off.
romantic I am. Look how cute of a boyfriend I can be.
The point of the thing was, it was like a romantic setting spoiled by this fucking show, and that's exactly what it was. It was probably one of the most romantic dates ever. It was like a bed picnic with like half Uber Eats gnocchi boys, Italian dinner, just with this show. And okay, so
Just ruining it. It's like you're that guy that invited that person to that party. You know, like that person, and they're just in there just ruining everyone's vibe.
exactly.
That is Bazinga. That is Big Bang Theory.
That's us ruining. So, now you guys have seen this episode this week.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
We
Now-
watch every episode every week.
Yeah.
Although you
fuck
couldn't
yeah.
tell from just listening to this
So,
podcast.
just imagine first date with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
This is the episode you watch. Could you imagine a worse episode to watch? Like,
Well, we should probably explain what the episode's all about to give it a bit of context for the listeners out
well,
there.
okay, before we go into that, I interviewed Krautmeister after. This name's sticking. I'm making it stick. So, I did a post Bazinga interview with Krautmeister. So, and here it is.
Just Big Banged and chilled with me.
Yeah.
What was your thought? Is that your first time watching Big Bang Theory?
No.
Right.
It was just on and you ended up watching it.
No, I have better things to do in my life.
Alright, sorry.
Apart from this podcast.
Yeah.
How many laughs did you get out of it?
Legit laughs from the TV show, 0.
And
laughs.
how what was your general feeling towards it?
It started off like I was a little bit like I might laugh, but only because I was like in a good mood, and then by the end it just felt pure hatred.
So, a good date, but honestly, the most horrible episode. That's the worst episode we've watched so far. Like,
I didn't
Yeah.
think we could get worse than last week.
yeah. Pete? Do you want to run down the
The key points of this episode.
Yeah, the key points of this episode.
Sure.
And by the way, I'm not going to say the word this week, but I've been getting some flack from you guys. You think I'm bad. I think this show is worse than me in racism terms.
Let's just change the word to Yahtzee.
I'm down with that. Okay.
All right, cool. So we just watched episode 8 of The Big Bang Theory, titled "The Grasshopper Experiment," or how I like to call it, "How Not to Talk to Women Experiment."
How about not
Raj's-
talk to anyone? How about
Not
don't
talk to
talk to
anybody,
anyone
yeah, not-
again? Kill yourself and die, you piece of shit.
So yeah, basically Raj's Indian parents who are in New Delhi set him up on a date. An arranged marriage is in the pipeline. Penny gets a job at a bar mixing cocktails. Raj realizes that he can talk to girls when he's drunk. And then he gets
whoa.
Yeah.
Is she mixing cocktails or is she just putting spearmint milk in a glass? Because I've never seen an alcoholic drink that just looks like spearmint milk. And I haven't seen spearmint milk since year 4.
That's a grasshopper, dude. That's a grasshopper. That cocktail.
That's an actual drink?
That's a legitimate drink.
That's a drink.
Back in my hospo days, that was a very unpopular choice.
But these days, it's come roaring back.
The only bit about this episode that I thought was good was that Sheldon cockblocked Raj, and the end.
Yeah, I've got a note here. This is later on. I'm betting Vaughn is finding Sheldon cute when he's talking to the girl. The way that he's talking about it.
You nailed me there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, I
adorable.
like the hair on her upper lip.
Wait, is that because I like weird things about
Yeah,
girls?
it's like Vaughn, you're like, I like the shadow that she casts.
Like her 3 p.m. shadow is off the chain though. Have you seen it? So in your roundup there, did you really touch on how racist this episode was and how homophobic it was?
You usually like to talk about the racism stuff, Vaughn, so I thought I'd pass it across to you.
Let me say something then before Vaughn does. So yes, we had stereotypical jokes in this one, but it wasn't just the Indian voice. So obviously there's a moment where Raj doesn't want to talk to this girl that his parents are trying to set him up with for an Indian marriage. So Howard takes over the phone. Howard's our favorite character. We agree. He's the best thing about this show. That was sarcasm. He's a fucking asshole.
You had to clarify, you piece of shit.
He took over and he just started doing a whole like la 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 kind of voice.
Oh god!
And
even you doing
the
that
audience
made me
fucking
cringe.
applauded. It wasn't even a laugh.
And I know you're not doing it. I know you're doing it to example, but even like if that made you just shiver and go, oh, like that joke got an applause break.
Yeah, people were
in the
standing
show.
in the audience probably. They're all just on their fucking seats,
Just like
losing their
Did
minds.
you see him do that offensive Indian voice?
We assume that people who are listening to us don't watch this show. We addressed that last week. Let's fucking just play a tiny bit with the applause, just so people can understand what we're having to go through. Okay?
Oh, not important. So, anyhow, when would you like to meet? Friday works for me. And I'll call you with a time and place. But in the meantime, keep it real, babe.
You know what? I wish we didn't play that because that is, I think we've kept this podcast to kind of a high level, and that's dropped it down, having an actual
Such a high level.
Yeah, we've kept it nice and clean, kept out of anything racist, and now went down in the mud with them. It was just stuff like multiple times referring to testicles as samosas, like, oh, they're Indian, so they
Literally 3 times in the episode.
You're giggling! Whoa! Did you laugh at this episode, Pete?
No, 0 laughs from me. But get this right, I'm getting enjoyment now because for the people at home, we obviously watch this show in our own respective homes or laptops or whatever, out and about. We're busy gentlemen on the town.
On a romantic date.
But I really enjoy, like, when that Howard thing was happening, I just could picture Rob's face, and that made me so happy.
What were you picturing?
You were just Rob just getting so upset, and like had the face of a lemon.
Lemons don't have faces.
I just had this just this little image pop into my head.
Whoa. What's the face of a lemon? Because I've never seen a lemon with a face.
Think about someone coming, maybe that face.
but bad coming.
Give us an example of bad coming. Go.
One more thing about the show, because I had homophobia, racism, and then the last one is Penny is a cunt.
I've got one more thing quickly before we end the episode chat.
Do you want me to expand on that? You just accepted it. You're like, yeah she is. Let's keep on moving.
I'm like, tick.
Yeah, tick. Too right. Okay, I've got a question about Penny being a cunt. What are your thoughts on her? Because she's building quite a bit of animosity, not towards the like creepy Carl character, like the skeezy dude. She's more, she's more getting pissed off at Sheldon all the time and like snapping at him. What are your thoughts on their relationship? Why is she getting so dickish towards such an innocent, cute boy?
I think she's got a lot of issues. Like the only friend that we've seen her have was from a couple of episodes ago. Was it last episode where it was a friend from out of town that ended up hooking up with Howard, and she basically hated her. So I just think she's not a very good person. And that's really been established because she just doesn't have any friends. She's hanging out with her neighbors for fuck's sake,
True.
and she picks on them. That's it. Like she's cast everyone away. She's moved to this new city without any friends because she doesn't fucking have any friends. She's just probably just a really shit person.
This is a good theory.
Yeah, I think Penny's just a fucking cunt, dude. So that's why I was like, yep.
We've definitely said cunt on this episode more than any other episode.
It's such an aggressive episode. So
The episode is called cunt.
Oh, Jesus.
with a backwards 3. I don't know where we put the backwards 3, but it's got a backwards 3 in it.
Okay, so let's bring the tone back to a respectable level of public discourse and go into my erotic fan fiction I've written.
Let's go back to last week.
Yeah, so last week I played a game where I went and found erotic fan fiction that people had really written about the Big Bang Theory, and I thought I was wasting my life. And I read out, and then I did waste my life because then I wrote some of my own. And I tried to get you guys to guess which the one was the one that I wrote, and I fucking did both of you.
Yeah, we both voted for the Golden
Showers
Shower
one.
Yeah.
Because there's Golden Shower erotic fan fiction of Big Bang Theory out there. Your punishment is that you have to now read erotica that I've written for you to read out for our listeners.
Excellent.
So now, just to preface this, you obviously haven't seen what I've written yet.
No, that's correct.
For the benefit of Rob, a filmmaker, a successful filmmaker, I've written this in script format, so it's more like a television script.
That's the nicest thing you've said about me on this podcast.
Quick, call him a cunt. Just to balance it out. Make the universe right again.
By the way, ever since I don't like that I stopped saying Yahtzee, and now cunt is the new thing of the show.
Cunt is fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you to both open the document. One of you guys. Okay, so there's obviously narration. Which one of you wants to look after the narration?
I'll cover the narration.
Okay, and that means Pete, you'll be playing Penny.
Perfect.
And then just basically from Penny onwards, you'll like just swap characters, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay.
But we've got Penny, Pete, and Rob. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I should explain. Don't read ahead. By the way, don't read ahead. Yeah, I specifically said erotica. I never said Big Bang Theory erotica. I've written erotica about you two.
Is there three characters in this? Do you want to play Penny in this one, Vaughn?
Oh, I'll play Penny. That's sick. Great.
And we play ourselves.
Yes, I'll play an extra character that comes in at the end as well.
Excellent. Okay, a surprise. Perfect.
The Asshopper Experiment by Litchy Lid.
That's my Navajo name, by the way.
Okay. The Asshopper Experiment is a great pun, great take on this week's episode, The Grasshopper Experiment. Just for anyone who wasn't paying attention. Okay.
And please use sexy voices when reading.
Interior, Penny's apartment, night.
Think about that. Sexy.
Penny lays in her underwear on the couch asleep with only the light of a flickering television illuminating her. There's a knock at the door. She rubs her eyes and stretches.
Who could that be at this hour?
Penny approaches the door and slowly wraps her silky smooth hand skin around the head of the doorknob. Hand skin.
Sexy voice, Rob. You're not selling it.
Before she can twist the knob to completion, the door bursts off its hinges, crushing her.
Daddy-like.
Pete and Rob land heavily on the door, locked in each other's arms, pashing hard. Baby want milk. Pete and Rob roll through the room like an atmosphere from the 1995 game show Gladiators, knocking over tables and chairs. But their lips never separate. Baby, you know what I think the meaning of life is?
Honey, I'm a nihilist. Life is meaningless.
Well, you haven't lived till you've nibbled on foreskin.
Well, you're in luck, honey bun. I've got the biggest foreskin this side of the Mississippi.
Pete unbuckles his Nintendo belt to reveal a foreskin that resembles a dehydrated elephant trunk. Oh my lord! I'm in Flavortown!
Nintendo trademark. You've got the little TM symbol above Nintendo.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to that line because that's a good line, Vaughn. Well written. Oh my lord! I'm in Flavortown! With a swing of his hips, Pete whips Rob across the face with his elongated foreskin, leaving him a welt in the shape of a kiss on his cheek. Pete shimmies his shoulders, and out of nowhere, Holly Valance's 1995 hit Kiss Kiss plays. It was like 2001, but whatever.
Tonight, you're going to get my kiss kiss.
A muttering is heard across the room. The entangled lovers look at each other, and then, at the cause of the disturbance, it's Carl in fury, and he is trying to flirt with the unconscious body of Penny.
So, don't tell my girlfriend. I asked this, but are you single?
To be continued.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good. That was great.
Yeah, I was like, I could keep going, but I legitimately was writing it, and I was laughing so hard, I was waking people up. So
do you
I had to
want to
stop.
do you want to just do another background on who Carl in Fury is?
Oh yes, sorry. If you're just tuning in, Carl and Fury is like my. You know how like I've got people we talk about people on the show, and we're really careful about giving them a nickname that protects their
pseudonym.
A pseudonym. That's a great word. We give them a pseudonym to protect their identity, just so the stupid shit we do doesn't affect anyone negatively. Not Carl and Fury. That's his full name.
As a disclaimer, me and Kyle are on good terms, and I don't have the same viewpoint that Vaughn has.
You're a bad person then,
And
Bob.
I don't know who he is, so I'm taking Vaughn's side. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Carl.
there we go, Rob. That's the way you do it.
You
Anyway,
piece of shit.
Dude,
Stay away
yes.
from me and my boy.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, every now and then I'll take a swipe at Carl because I hate him, and there's a whole bunch of reasons I hate him. Maybe we'll do a bonus episode about Carl,
I
but
will not feature in that episode.
fuck him, and he's the kind of guy who would probably try and pick up a corpse. That's just the kind of guy he is.
I like that he'd attempt to, but he'd probably get knocked back. Like he's like,
That's exactly right.
and he just walks away with his hands in his pockets and he's like rats and kicks the dirt.
You guys got any segments, by the way?
I wanted to talk about a thing that I spotted out in the wild, in the real world. I was driving home from work probably about a good month ago. We've spoken about this
Wait, it
off
took
the
you
air.
a month to like, okay,
'Cause
how
we've
am I
had-
going to deliver this?
Because we've had so many like amazing adventures, and it wasn't the right time. Anyway, so driving home from work, I saw a Toyota Land Cruiser, a white Sahara Toyota Land Cruiser with the license plate B4Z1NG4. Bazinga. That's someone's life choice. They went and spent money and went and got a personalized license plate that says
What is the
Bazinga.
annual fee? What is the annual fee for one of
I
those
don't think it's.
license
I
plates?
think it's around $500 because I know I wanted to get one because I believe there's only one license plate that is acceptable to get.
tell
Every
me
other
what-
license plate, like custom one, is cringy as fuck. The only one that's okay is bought.
I saw one in Perth called with Bukkake. So like
Oh, actually, that's a good one.
like BU then CAR
Oh.
instead of the BUKK. How do you spell Bukkake?
That would be
You know,
perfect if
Vaughn,
they-
it's your number one internet search. How do you spell it? It's like BUKK.
BUKKAKE.
Yeah.
But like with a CAR, and I'm guessing in the middle there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that was very, very clever.
Did they park under like a tree with lots of birds on it?
It's just always just a filthy car. Yeah. So anyway, it was great. It just it made me think. You know, is the person driving this oblivious? Is it like
A coincidence?
yeah.
You really
It's like The husband got it because he's a massive fan, and now his partner drives it around or something, unaware of the
The
implications.
disease they're spreading through the streets of
Exactly.
Perth. I like how you said life choice. Like, you're trying to be respectful. They had to use numbers, so Bazinga was already taken, so there's some other fucking dickhead out there with Bazinga that they have like wars in the street, like, oh, you got the fucking proper Bazinga.
Or they thought they were being super clever and using 4s as A's.
Let's mention the fact that we're at episode 8 and we still haven't had a Bazinga.
Oh,
Dude,
true.
yeah, I forgot all about it. That's like our namesake. That's what we're based
Well,
on.
you guys both guessed episode 4. Do you want to have another go? Because I know
I'm
the
going to
answer.
say somewhere towards...
is it gonna be
I'm
this
gonna say
season?
season 2 now. I don't think it's happening in this season.
There's 17 episodes from memory from season 1, so we're already over the hump.
Like, what are we gonna do when
Well,
it happens?
At the hump, rather. I'm good at maths.
We're going to have a Bazinga party.
What should the celebration of the Bazinga coming be?
Bad coming. Lemon coming.
Yeah.
Lemon coming. We're just going to sit here putting lemon in our fucking eyes to celebrate Bazinga.
Like, no, we should. I legitimately think we should do something big for the day the Bazinga comes.
Let's get some comments. Let's get people.
Yeah. Oh, fuck,
What
that's
would
how about some
would you
user
what would you like
interaction?
us to do?
They're going to fucking say tattoo.
Oh, dude, I'm.
Well, why did you put that in their head, you idiot? Why didn't you give them the answer? You fucking idiot!
If you'd like the Bazinga Boys to get a tattoo of Bazinga Boys, press 1 now.
As long as it says Bazinga Boys, I don't just want Bazinga.
Well, no, you're just setting yourself up for failure. We're gonna put a poll up.
You're like,
and everyone's just
I
gonna go,
definitely do not want an oversized foreskin with Carlin Fury written in pubic hair.
Okay, so we might have to do some crowd control on those ideas, because those two ideas are things that if I was in a listener's position, I would vote for.
But talking about comments, we've been going gangbusters on the internet.
You sold that one, didn't you?
5-star reviews coming out the Bazinga.
Do you do adverts for like a carpet call or something on the side?
Gangbusters. Was Gangbusters Blockbuster?
I don't know.
I think it was Blockbuster Video.
I think gangbusters is just a phrase. It's like a.
No, that was the kids group at Blockbuster.
I didn't even know what you're talking.
I'm just like,
Because you're a movie fuckhead, you thought it was just had to be Blockbuster.
it was Blockbuster. I used to fucking work at Blockbuster.
Good thing I noticed
that
the
was kids'
similarity.
club.
I would have really liked if you'd swung in really condescending, like, Pete, I think you'll find it's Blockbuster. They're not around anymore.
Just in case you were driving around looking for one.
Oh,
Right,
fuck.
move on.
Should we read some? Should we read some comments that lovely people have left on our different social media pages?
I'll hit up the first one. First
Yeah,
one.
go for it.
It's from a guy named Mark. And okay, so we've had some great comments, but they've been mainly on the Facebook page. Doesn't do anything for us. See if you can comment on the fucking iTunes thing, because that actually helps the show. If you want to help the show, I don't care like that much. If Mark gave us 5 stars. This is the dumbest comment. I'm really into fishing and was looking for some podcasts about boys.
BUOYS.
I hate that I laughed at this.
Yeah, me too. I hate myself. And was recommended this by Siri. What a lovely surprise! It was the Bazingas. Not even the right name of the thing. And are now my favorite celebrities after Rex Hunt's Fishman.
Fishman. That's awesome. We've got another 5-star review here by Tasker. I love Bazinga Boys more than I love my mum. That's a really nice one, Tasker. And probably love us more than your mum because she named you Tasker.
Oh, why are we roasting listeners now? I guess that's it now. Why don't you help us out and give us a 5-star review, and we'll give you shit.
All right, this one's from Jordan. As bad as the show, I much rather watch The Big Bang Theory. 5 stars.
That's insulting. That's the biggest burn we've got. Like, this show is trash, but it's better than The Big Bang Theory. It's like a low bar, but we're way better than Big Bang Theory.
Fawn, do you want to read Tegan's comment?
Okay, so great effort, people are commenting, but you have been beaten. Tom did a great job last week with easily the funniest one, but he's been blown out of the water by a lovely lady named Tegan. I'm going to try and do this justice, but we'll see how we do.
This is why I wanted you to read it, because I cannot pronounce
say
any
something
of these.
before you spit. Say something now.
Hi.
I was taking a sip of beer as you said that. I just put beer all over my laptop and myself.
Our best comment ever.
Yeah.
A lovely lady named Tegan gave us... Try and do this justice. Let me be real. This is an educational podcast about BDSM, Bazinga-derived sadomasochism, masochists. So far, they have covered a range of topics relating to the Big Bang Theory, like stipples and where to find them, how to catfish on Tinder, how to be considerate while participating in water sports, and did your mum kiss you goodnight, or was she trying to snowball you? Plus erotic fan fiction. In as little as 7 episodes, these boys have managed to finger their way into my soul via my ear holes. Let them finger your soul as well. Or let them finger your soul too. Eat, pray, Bazinga boys. Fucking
Beautiful.
Smashed it, Tegan.
5 stars. I love the
she gave us
snowball
5
reference
stars as well. And I told you, like, when you get a good fingering, you give 5 stars. Because it's fucking sick!
It's fucking sick.
Hey, this is my new segment. It's called Vaughn on the Street. I've teased it for weeks and weeks, and I've just not had time to edit together because there's so much raw data that I have to get through. I've been interviewing people when I was on tour ages ago. It was so long ago. But I interviewed people about the Big Bang Theory and got some real deep insight into the Bazinga culture. So I basically ripped off Triple J Hack, and this is me on the streets interviewing people in a journalistic integrity way. It became so big. This is only part 1. So, look forward to more next week. Here it comes.
Bringing you all the scoops on the road, in the thick of it. Interviews with famous people and stuff. It's hard-hitting investigative journalism with Vaughn.
In part 1 of this series, we interviewed June Rat's drummer, BC Michaels.
Hack.
BC, what are your thoughts of Big Bang Theory?
For the movie, the thing, TV show.
It's a show.
I reckon 3 out of 10. It's pretty shit. I don't know, it comes on, I'm like,
Is that it?
I submitted the file to them for like a minute 50. So I just put silence at the end. So you thought
That's so
I was like,
good.
I actually put really.
It's to reflect. It's like
So that audio file has a reflecting pool built into it. Just think about what you've heard. So that episode was a hot mess. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still erect from that erotic story. Until next time. Bye.
What are you laughing at, Vaughn?
It's just so stupid.
what is?
It's like, I was trying to do the outro for the show and I couldn't think of anything. And I just went,
Alright.
bye. And then you started singing.
All right, let's do this.
See you next week. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!
Hi, are you a pedophile? Well, neither are the Bazinga boys, and for that reason, you should keep listening to our show and follow us on our fun social media pages. You can come play with us at facebook.com/Bazinga Boys,
twitter.com/Bazinga_boys,
or our really easy to use website address, vaughnrules.wixsite.com/Bazinga Boys. See you there.
Oh, and don't forget, leave us a review. But on the iTunes, not on our Facebook. We enjoy reading the comments, but it's fucking useless to us.